Hi, I am teacher Dindi Besinga-Manlapaz, founder and director for creative development at the Likhang Bata Creativity Center. Whether you personally believe it or not, we are all creative by nature. It's one of the only things that humans will ever have a monopoly on. No other creature or supercomputer can compare to the human capability of creative thinking. It is the most important life skill that your child will ever develop, and nurturing it at home is one of our main tasks as parents or guardians. In the past, scientists thought that creativity came solely from the right hemisphere of the brain. But more recent discoveries have shown that many neural networks across the brain spark creativity and control our responses to various stimuli. Technically, kids are natural innovators with powerful imaginations, so we don't really have to force them to be creative. What we only need to do is to consistently remind their brains to exercise it, because it's important to start nurturing their innate ability at an early stage. And so while we as parents promote creativity in our families, we are also offering them a bounty of intellectual, emotional, and even health benefits. Can you believe that? There are actually several studies found that kids' imagination help them cope better with pain, be more confident, develop social skills, and learn better in other academic subjects. In Likhang Bata, we produce activities with an aim not to make your children into clones of Picasso, Juan Luna, or Vincent van Gogh. On the contrary, we want to use these art masters' ideas and techniques for our students to use as tools for learning, equals novel problem solving. Plus, in each project, we emphasize on the process of making it rather than what it will look like in the end, equals experiential learning. Plus, and during each lesson, our teachers are instructed to challenge our students to maximize space, use all the colors and materials available, and most importantly, try to avoid erasures. If mistakes happen, we ask them to include it in the final output instead of taking it out, equals thinking out of the box. So let's try to summarize these ideas: novel problem solving, experiential learning, plus thinking out of the box equals creative development. Now, these techniques do not need to be limited to art projects alone. These steps can also be implemented in all aspects of learning. I'd like to think that it's a more relaxed way of teaching ideas, and when done regularly, it's a great way of imbibing healthier habits and encouraging our children to be confident and independent thinkers. How to create your own creativity corner at home. Number 1. Prepare an activity time and setup area. Choose a space in your home where brainstorming and experiments can be done. It should be a safe place that each member of the family can freely discover, try out, and spend time in without judgment or limitation, while also putting an emphasis on empathy and common understanding of other members of the family. Now, the size of this area will depend on the available space in your home. You can designate a separate room for the kids, and another one for the adults, or if there's only minimal space, you may just clear one activity area for the whole family. A shelf or table area where you can lay out paper, pencils, coloring materials, cups, old magazines, books, pictures, photo albums, toys, or anything that inspires all of you. And more importantly, especially now during quarantine, make a regular time for each family member the freedom to create and brainstorm. Step 2. Assign a regular time on when you can work together with your children and a regular time when they can do things by their own. Decide at least 1 hour of consistent activity time in your creativity area, and try to do your very best to keep to this schedule. I would suggest a schedule of 2 hours twice a week would be best at first. Eventually, you'll be able to make it into a good habit that you can automatically do every day. There should be a time where you can do things together. For families with babies and toddlers, it's a great time to let them mimic good habits and work on enriching activities together. For older kids, this is a great opportunity to imbibe good values incorporate heart-to-heart talks, and share instructions to help them master different problem-solving skills, learn new techniques and ideas, and or be able to experience learning how to use new materials and tools. On the other hand, consistently give them time to do things by themselves as well, like unstructured playtime, reading a book by themselves, making their own projects, drawing by themselves, practice singing, and others. This will encourage our kids' brains to automatically exercise creative thinking and will eventually become a habit that will greatly benefit your child. Step 3. Let them utilize different materials. One great tool in making your creativity area interesting is to make available different types of materials. In visual arts, try to stock up on two kinds, wet and dry. Wet materials would be non-toxic paint, colored markers, pen, glue, glitter glue for the slime fanatics, containers for pen and water, oils, etc. For dry materials, these would be pencils, colored pencils, paperboard, scissors, cutters, which are safely covered or stored away for little fingers reach, books, magazines, special craft materials like washi tape, or assorted plastic, film, adhesive, cloth cutouts, brushes. And another group of items would be upcycling materials. These things like toilet paper rolls, old milk cartons, plastic bottles, toothbrushes, bottle caps, compact discs, gift ribbons, popsicle sticks. Step 4. Make space for displaying your family's latest projects. Last but definitely not the least is to create a space where you can display all your creative accomplishments. Whether it be a certificate, diploma, a finished art project, or trophy, it's important to have an area which every member of your family, even the littlest ones, can look at and admire, talk about, and remember. It would also be best to combine it with photos of memorable family events and activities to help you all look at that area with pride and fondness. And most of all, help inspire each other member of the family to strive for another excellent endeavor that everyone in the family will also be proud of. As a little bonus, I'll be sharing to you after this online video link on how to display artworks at home. So who needs to exercise creative development? Well, everyone in the family. Try to organize a creativity area which all members of the family can use to stimulate their minds and create memories. How do we exercise creative development in our own homes? By doing it consistently, together, and independently. For everyone in the family, a consistent schedule is a great way to help the kids become more aware of their responsibilities and be more responsible of their own development. This is also a great time for adults to recharge from stresses of online work, household chores, or other responsibilities. What life skills does one develop through arts education? Plenty! But three main things we focused on are novel problem solving, experiential learning, and learning to think out of the box. Likhang Bata Creativity Center can help supplement your family's creative development through our Meet the Art Masters online subscription and our one-on-one online art tutorial. Just email us at likhangbata@gmail.com for more information. We'd also like to thank our event partners for this first ever Likhang Bata webinar: ACE Medical Center Quezon City, Maestro Victoria Paul Music Studio, Dance Plus by Maricar Dance Studio, Studio XOXO, and Mam and Moms.